Kids are curious, courageous, and creative. They're eager to explore and understand the world around them, and not afraid to get their hands dirty doing it. They put their energy, excitement, and determination to the task. They're willing to consider new ideas and perspectives, and they're not afraid to ask why when the status quo doesn't quite make sense. You know, these are all the same traits that make a good scientist. So why wouldn't you turn to kids to find solutions to problems created, well, by adults? We are deeply connected to nature. From old forests to rugged coastlines, the tiniest wonders and vast open spaces. It's where we come from and what we share with all living things. It's time to rediscover the wild. Today, I'm lucky enough to be meeting the indomitable Stella Bowles at Millers Point Peace Park, just outside of Bridgewater, Nova Scotia.
It's a beautiful park. Lots of people love to come here and have a nice morning walk or evening.
10 years ago, at age 11, Stella embarked on a journey that made her one of Canada's most successful and celebrated citizen scientists. And it all started here, on the LaHave River.
This community really is all about the water, isn't it?
It really is. Our town is called Bridgewater. The water runs right through the heart of our town, and it's really one of the main focuses. It's the center of our home. There's lots of people who like to spend their summer days on the water in their boats.
What is it like to grow up in a place like this? It's so gorgeous.
It really is gorgeous. I'm so thankful that I was able to grow up here.
The Mi'kmaq name for the LaHave River is Pigeonwiskag, meaning river of long joints. And pre-settlement, it served as a main thoroughfare from its source in Annapolis County to the ocean. The Atlantic tide reaches 20 kilometers upriver, all the way to Bridgewater, where Stella grew up, simply accepting that the river was not safe to swim in.
We didn't really have to consider swimming in the river because we had a pool and we were kind of steered away from the river. I mean, if we mentioned it to a parent, they would just say, oh, it's dirty, we don't go in there, we use the pool. And that just made sense. No one really questioned why we weren't swimming in the river. It just kind of was a backdrop for our busy lives here.
And so Stella and the community kept living their busy lives, swimming in their pools and watching the river go by. Until one day,
back in 2015, our family home's septic system collapsed. My parents were told that they had 3 months to fix it. So at the dinner table that night, my mom was super upset. 3 months is not a very large amount of time to come up with all of this money to fix such a big issue. So at the dinner table, Mom said, well, we have 3 months, but our neighbors have straight pipes. They don't have 3 months, and that's illegal. And that's when I said, what's a straight pipe? And my whole world shifted from that question. That one question prompted this entire project.
So what is a straight pipe?
It's a pipe that runs from a home's toilet with no filtration directly into the river. So as an 11-year-old at the dinner table, I was appalled.
Like, drop the spoon.
Drop the spoon.
What?
I was so upset. I had so many questions, and the questions didn't stop. I had, how many people are doing this? How many houses? Is it safe to swim in the river? We see dogs in the river, people swimming. Do they know it's not safe? I just had so many questions concerning the safety of others. Straight pipes are not able to be grandfathered in. That's not even a thing. They were just 100% illegal. But 600 homes along the river had these illegal pipes and no enforcement to change them. But we had 3 months to fix our broken septic system. I saw that that was unjust. I saw that it was not fair. It's wrong for adults to be putting their sewage in the river. Why are we letting that happen, especially if it's illegal?
It took an 11-year-old kid to go, whoa, 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 whoa.
I was so concerned, and I could not understand why the adults weren't seeing this was a problem.
And not just any adults, but really responsible, amazing adults, like the ones at your dinner table. We're just explaining this to you, like,
as if it was normal, as if this was okay to be happening, and, you know, Maybe people tried to fix it before, but it wasn't fixed, so it's not a problem, it's fine. But I mean, it wasn't fine to me at 11.
So obviously that is not the end of the story, and you did not wake up the next day and forget about the whole situation.
Absolutely not.
In fact, this was the moment that forever changed the course of Stella's life and the LaHave River.
My grade 6 science fair project prompted a $15.7 million cleanup plan for this beautiful river.
Over an incredible 10-year journey, Stella's curiosity, creativity, and courage made the town, province, and country wake up and take action, faster than anyone in politics had ever seen.
So next, my mom got in contact with Coastal Action, which is an organization that works with waterways, and they led me to Dr. David Maxwell, who had actually been testing the LaHave River for fecal bacteria. He was finding that it was not safe to swim in the river. It wasn't safe to even get the water on your skin. I mentioned that I had a grade 6 science fair project I had to come up with an idea for, and we brainstormed and we thought maybe this could be a really cool way for me to solve some of my questions and also learn about science. We collected water samples, brought them home to our kitchen, and we did all the testing in the kitchen and then grew fecal bacteria on testing cards in the basement. We're the only house on the street that did that.
Stella's science fair project was a great success, but it was only a springboard for her next move.
How does it go from a science fair project to a PR campaign that literally changed the province?
Well, at 11, and I had these results, I wanted a Facebook page. And my mom said, absolutely not. You're not having a Facebook page. It's not safe. So we compromised and we put a huge sign that said this river is contaminated with fecal bacteria along our busy street in front of the river. That got a lot of attention from media really quickly. We had neighbors at the door and a lot of people confused as to what this sign meant.
It also got Stella her Facebook page, monitored closely by her mother, but full of the positivity Stella insisted on. And things went viral fast.
The community was in an uproar. They were so upset that, why is this 11-year-old testing the river? Why isn't an adult doing it? What's going on here? Where are the adults? And then within one day, all 3 levels of government contacted me. I really just had a message that we want to have a safe river. It makes no sense that the adults are letting this happen, letting the contamination be in the river. Being up on a microphone, I was talking to them with my heart, saying, you know, this is gross, like, fix it. And I had lots of adults coming to me saying, well, how do we fix it? And then I'd have to rebuttal and say, well, you're the adult. You tell me how you're going to fix it. I didn't really care how the adults fixed it. I just wanted to swim in the river safely.
Over the next decade, Stella continued to grow up and show up. While 10 years felt like an eternity to her child self, she now knows that her heroic efforts resulted in the equivalent of a lightning-fast reaction from the government.
I think things like the environment should be taken into account quicker, much like how the river was handled. I just got up and spoke from my heart, and I think that's why this went so far.
The straight pipe portion of the LaHave River cleanup was officially completed in 2023. However, Stella's work is far from over. As a full-time university student with a keen interest in politics, she's got her sights set on changing the world and inspiring kids of all ages.
I encourage kids to ask as many questions as possible, question everything, and find a mentor to help you answer some of your questions.
Your book that you wrote about your experience is now part of our curriculum here in Nova Scotia.
It is. It's part of all grade 7 curriculum in Nova Scotia. There's a whole unit in grade 7 about youth empowerment and how today's youth can take on their own projects or citizen science and make a difference.
Wow, you're like a rock star for kids and adults alike. It's just amazing.
You don't need to take on a whole river. You don't have to take on anything huge. You could do a beach cleanup or clean up your sidewalk. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but any little bit that you help is helping in the grand scheme of things.
It's not just grade 7s reading her book. On the other side of the province, Stella's story has inspired 2 5th grade besties to do some top-tier citizen science of their own. In Wolfville, Nova Scotia, this young, dynamic citizen scientist duo has some important scientific findings to share with the community. And like Stella's project, it's all about clean water.
Okay, so you can do a picture and I'll do words. Okay, I'll start the word right here. We kind of met in a weird way. It was like pretty much winter, almost winter, right? It was winter, there was snow.
Oh, yeah.
There was this giant hill and it was covered in snow, and then Sophie and my friend Claire and my friend Evie, they were doing a snow eating competition, and then I went up there and I started, and I had nothing to do, so I'm like, hey guys, can I join you?
And we were like, yeah, sure.
And I won.
Yeah, and then we all became best friends.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Henry and Sophie quickly became more than just besties. They also partnered up for the science fair.
I kind of woke up, and she woke up too.
Yeah.
And we never knew there was a science fair going on, and then we kind of just went to school, and then we were like, oh my God, there's a science fair.
So we decided to join, and we wanted, but
we had no idea what we're doing.
Because it was our first time.
But they didn't let inexperience get in the way of great ideas.
I was kind of going on YouTube a bit, and then I saw this one thing where it was this dude and he's testing this water at a fountain to see if it was actually safe to drink. I'm like, that's a good science fair idea.
So then we decided to do it, and what we did was
kind of better than what they showed.
Sophie and Henry decided to collect water samples from free public sources within walking distance of Main Street, using a certified testing kit from their local hardware store to determine which was the most drinkable.
So we went around and we tested different places in Wolfville for water, like we tested the water, and then we figured out the results, and we compared it to water bought from a store that was we knew was very clean and good to drink.
Yeah. So for the iron, it says dip in cold water for 5 seconds.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake 1. Good.
Sophie and Henry worked as a team to ensure that their results were accurate.
Okay. Even if my finger touched the inside of the bottle, the whole thing would have been ruined, because the germs on my hand would have gotten into the water that we put in there, and the test wouldn't have been correct.
This time you do it for 30 seconds with constant back and forth motion. Remove the test strip and do not shake off the excess water. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 14, 15, 28, 29, 30.
Don't shake it, and now lay it down. Other way, other way, other way.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I thought that was dangerous for a second.
And done. Okay, it looks like it's safe.
But their work didn't stop there. One goal of their science fair project was to provide results that could be useful to their community.
After we were all done our project, we made a map of Wolfville, and the cleanest water that we found was in Tim Hortons' bathroom. Well, it was the tap.
Yeah.
So we put up a map, and then we did a little arrow pointing right there, and we wrote Tim Hortons.
They also had a refreshing idea for sharing their results.
Let me draw little dots.
Oh, be quick.
Okay, there. There, we're done.
Hi, would you like some lemonade?
Yeah, did you guys make this yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that lemonade I see?
Yes. Yeah, would you like some?
Yes, of course I would. How much does it cost?
It's actually free.
No way.
We basically did a science fair project.
Wait, this is a whole science fair project?
Yeah.
we basically tested some different places in Wolfville where we could get water for free. So basically, like, we did the library and Tim Hortons and Acadia, and we wanted to figure out which one had the closest test results to water from the store.
Do you love science?
Yeah. Yes. So at the beginning, if you think one thing, and then at the end your results are something completely different. It's like, what?
That's what I like about it too, how it's like,
So
first you think that, and
surprising.
then at the end it's that.
And you won the big trophy.
Yeah.
Were you expecting them to call your names?
We were just like, there's no way we're actually gonna get a trophy.
Yeah.
And then they were like, Henry got it, and Sophie won.
Has this given you like all kinds of ideas for next year's project?
Kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Are you gonna share them or are they top secret?
Top secret.
What? Seriously? This is me.
We'll tell you
Next year.
Next year we'll be back. All right, well, do you suppose we should have a little cheers to celebrate and I can have a taste of this delicious lemonade? What should we toast to? To citizen science. Okay, I can't really taste how the water tastes because there's a lot of sugar in this YouTube.
we're only just 2 people, but we can still like make a difference. It's from the cleanest water, so
Yeah.
it's the best lemonade. If we had a lot more kids working on this, I think we could accomplish something great. There is power in numbers.
Numbers, eh? Well, Henry and Sophie aren't the only intrepid citizen scientists in the Annapolis Valley. Just up the road, KCA Middle School has the numbers. And the numbers are doing big science to restore one of Kentville's most beloved wild spaces. This incredible group of kids partnered with the Nova Scotia Invasive Species Project, Ducks Unlimited, Acadia University, and more to eradicate invasive species and bring Miners Marsh back to a healthy native ecosystem. Plant by precious plant. Every year, the torch is passed to the next grade 7 class, but that doesn't mean that the grade 8s lose interest. Quite the opposite, in fact. Caleb Huntley returns regularly to check in on the plants and update his friends and the project partners.
My name is Caleb Huntley. I am a citizen scientist. We did a project last year in grade 7 where we took invasive species out of Miners Marsh and put native species in.
The project was brought to the grade 7s by their amazing teacher, Sheila Parsons, who knows well the power of numbers, especially when those numbers are of nature-loving kids. They didn't need any motivation, just a little organization.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a bunch of popsicle sticks.
Perfect. I'll get
And you're gonna take 14 plants.
As students arrive, tools are doled out and the work begins. It's not just about how many helping hands they have, there's power in plant numbers too. Thanks to a generous donation from the Harriet Irving Botanical Gardens, they'll be able to make great headway today. The Marsh Project provides an outlet for many students who already feel a deep sense of responsibility for the environment.
I am in grade 8 now, but I still come down and I send updates on how the plants are growing and how much goat weed is back and like how good the plants are looking and stuff. So I think that helps out fairly well too for the teachers to know that.
Do you want to do it just here? There?
Let's do it right there, yeah. Okay. We need to massage the plant to loosen it up. Then we're gonna put it in the ground.
Just so it comes out easier, so it's easier to like flip over. Don't break the plastic.
Okay.
Hit the sides too.
Lift up the thing before you try to flip it.
Yeah.
Okay, now flip it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, now gentle.
So I'm gonna get a popsicle. There you go. And then this is metal root.
Meadow root.
Metal root.
I'm Ava Schofield. I am part of KCA's science program. This marsh means a lot to the community because it's a preserved area for wildlife like ducks, and birds, even dogs that come here. It's just a beautiful place to stay. We were all so happy to be here to help preserve and protect Miners Marsh.
Each and every student here has become a citizen scientist and an ambassador for the environment.
I'm planting the meadow rue. It's a native plant. We're just trying to take out like the invasive species like the goutweed, and we're just trying to like replace it with native plants to the marsh.
This is goutweed. This is a stem which stretches out this and gets all the water from other plants. I'm Nato, and short for Nato Chuku Ezumezu, and I go to KCA Middle School. Our goal was to fix the Miners Marsh and make it a whole better place. We each came together, did our thing, and each and every one of us worked together.
There's so much more to be done, but a little change can make a big difference.
If we left the goutwood here, all the other species around it would start to deteriorate, die, and just grow out. We shouldn't wait like last minute. Start now.
Yeah.
Like planting more trees, doing more things to help the environment, and making more things like actually sustainable to further help the environment.
Some people don't realize that there is quite a big number of kids that actually do like nature and that do like to help out.
It feels really fulfilling. We're actually contributing to the stuff we want instead of just saying, oh yeah, I really like that place. I wish I could do something to do that, instead of saying, I wish I can do something about it, and I did.
Yeah.
So it just feels really good.
Making an impact.
So many people come to the marsh that like every single time we're down here, we've had like a couple people come up to us and just like say what we're doing is like so awesome. So that's just like nice to know that people are like appreciating what's happening.
I learned that I really enjoy helping Miners Marsh in places like this. I love to help preserve all of this natural glory. I think that if other people would do it, we could achieve our goal in preserving Miners Marsh.
Anyone can be a citizen scientist at all. You could be 4, you could be 6, 5, 2. As long as you know what you're doing and trying to help everything and make it a better place, then you're a citizen scientist.
You can better your community and where you live in the world by becoming a citizen scientist and just analyzing the stuff that needs help and needs to be fixed for future generations of people to come.
As a mom, I've sometimes imagined the chaos that would ensue if I let my kid run the world for a day. But maybe that's backward thinking. Kids see pretty clearly, especially when it comes to saving the planet.
We only have one planet, and we're really ruining it, so we need to step up and use our voices to better our environment before it's too late.
I hope that generations before us will take charge and help preserve areas like Miners Marsh and many other areas. The nature will soon be just gone if we continue to act how we are.
I think if we help now, we can better our chances of global warming slowing down or just not happening.
I know inside that a lot of people, when they watch this, they know, wow, that this is very great, that they can start doing it themselves. And together, collectively, as a group, we can all around the world make this world better.
Even though we don't really have a big role, like everyone here has like a small role, but then all together, if everyone were to help, it'd be a big help.
We actually can help and not just stand inside and watch people do all the work that we ask them to do. I want people to have like a good life and be happy, and if they're not, and I know I can do something about that, I want to do it, and I want, even if there's challenges, I'll like take them on because I want to do what I can to help people.